All right, here we go. What's up, everyone? This is Matt 1997 here, obviously. Thank you guys for joining. Well, I don't think we have any. Hopefully, we get some here momentarily. So, okay, one moment. So I know that's gonna come up here. There we go. Mute. All right. So, not gonna say a whole lot until we get some viewers here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna post some links. I got the links. Got some links here in the group. So please share the link that I posted on my Facebook page and in the EAS groups, wherever. Make sure you share those links so we can get more people to join here. I'm going to share the link now on the Central Illinois Storm Ready page, just so I can attract some more viewers who are interested in this stuff. All right, so discussion happening. Clicking the link. All right. I don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, so now it's shared on Central Illinois Storm Ready, so hopefully that'll get some people in as well. All right, we're up to 2 viewers now. Thank goodness. All right. Hello there, Jordan Alarms 2045. All right, so there we go. We got, according to this counter, we got 2 views, so we're gonna get started. So this discussion is going to be about this intense area of low pressure that is currently affecting the central part of the country. So this cyclone is going to produce all kinds of weather, including heavy snow, strong winds, and severe weather. So that's what we'll be talking about tonight. Just let me know. I will accept Skype calls, and if you have my personal phone number, you can always call me on the phone, and you can talk briefly over this this live stream, just like what we did when we had Hurricane Joaquin. So it'd be the same thing. So the same rules apply. So, all right. So 3 viewers, drop your comments in the live chat. I want to know where who's watching, where you're from, what would you like for me to talk about tonight? Because I will be answering as many questions as possible. All right, let's see. Okay. So starting off, I'm going to end up sharing the screen here. We're going to take a look at the colorful weather alert map right now. Let me go to here, and we're going to hit screen share, and we're going to click there. Okay, so this is what the weather alert screen looks like right now. As you can see, we got alerts all over the country with a wide range of, there's all different kinds of alerts, ranging from winter storm warnings to high wind warnings, even got blizzard warnings. There's all kinds of alerts that are in effect because of this intense area of low pressure that's barreling through the area. So let's zoom in to here from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Goodland, Kansas. We now have blizzard warnings in effect for far northwestern Kansas. That also goes into Nebraska and Colorado. So this is what you call the cold side of the storm. Oops, hold on. Yeah, so we got the cold side of the storm that's affecting the mountains, and so that's where the blizzard warnings are currently in effect. So blizzard conditions are expected in this area starting, Let me take a look. We'll take a look at the blizzard warning text issued by Goodland, Kansas. It's going to start at 3 a.m. tonight, and it will continue until 6 p.m. I'm sorry, 4 a.m. tonight to 6 p.m. Wednesday. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches of snow, so it's not a terribly heavy snowfall. Light to moderate snow accumulations. Northwest winds will, however, the winds is what's going to be causing the blizzard conditions. So we got northwest 35 to 45 miles per hour with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So the strong winds are going to result in blowing snow, reducing visibility to near zero at times. Be prepared for dangerous travel conditions, road closures, and power outages. There's definitely probably going to be sporadic to potentially widespread power outages in this area. So if you live in this area, be ready for the worst. Surrounding the blizzard warning, we're going to go back. Surrounding this blizzard warning, as you can see, this is where it's at. So southwestern Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, northeastern Colorado, all under a blizzard warning at this time. Surrounding that is a high wind warning. This high wind warning is mostly, it's all in the Great Plains region. High wind warnings are in effect from southeastern Colorado all the way into southwestern Minnesota. In the high wind warning area, we're going to be looking at similar winds to what we just saw in the blizzard warning text, 35 to 40 miles per hour, 35 to 45, with gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour at times. So the winds are going to be very, very high. As you can see, like all of central Nebraska included is currently under a high wind warning. And farther, and then surrounding this high wind warning, we also got a few high wind watches that are still in effect, including in the Omaha region. We have a high wind watch. They're leaving the high wind watch because they're not entirely sure if it's going to reach high wind warning criteria, I believe. Yes. So high wind watch in effect for the Omaha area from Wednesday afternoon through late Wednesday night. We also got high wind watches up here in the Dakotas. Similar situation there, and down into southwestern Kansas, northwestern Oklahoma, the Texas Panhandle, all under a high wind watch. And then the lighter shades of brown is wind advisories. And we're going to zoom in here to my area, and as you can see, my area, or the entire area, is under a wind advisory. It's in effect from 6 p.m. Wednesday night to 6 p.m. Thursday. All right, so let's see. I think we've covered most of the alerts. I mean, we got a red, nothing too serious there. I mean, it's just fire weather conditions, which is expected when the winds get nice and high like that, and the soils are dry. So as you can see, a lot of alerts are currently in effect already, and this thing hasn't even really gotten itself going just yet. Okay, so we're gonna switch back. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, snap. That's not what I wanted. That's not what, okay. Whew, I pressed the wrong button. Whoops. Okay, so that's kind of a look at the current alerts are in effect. Now I'm going to go ahead and check the live chat here. All right, so we still don't have very many people watching, which is surprising because usually my live streams are... What is that noise? Anyways, usually my live streams are full of viewers, but we hardly have any viewers right now, which is pretty disappointing. You copy this link, paste it, post it on your Facebook page, post it somewhere. We kind of want this link to get shared to people so they can watch. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to answer any questions you may have about this upcoming severe weather event. Okay, so let me check my Facebook, make sure I don't have any questions, which I do not at this time. Okay, so go back to the chat here. Jordan Alarms 2045. We only have 3 people watching right now, which is surprising. I usually have around 20 or more at a time. So this is pretty disappointing, honestly. Not sure. We must be having some people must be snoozing. Severe weather liker 3. Yes, you are watching a dark screen probably for like the last hour, haven't you? Because we've been having comment wars, you know. So yeah, but the dark screen's your favorite channel. Anyways, okay, so come on, people, join the stream. Join the stream. You know what? I'm gonna post this on my main Facebook profile. I have over 1,000 friends, so maybe that'll attract somebody. Talking about tomorrow's severe weather threat. Okay, so I'm going to post the link on my main Facebook, and hopefully we get some people to tune in. Okay, so what I wanted to bring attention to you guys is the severe weather outlook that is the current day 2 severe weather outlook. So I'm going to screen share and share. There we go. Okay, so you are currently looking at the day 2 severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. Now, you guys are, especially Jacob, you are obviously going to be familiar with the risk levels and what they mean. So we have a very large marginal risk that is in effect. Goes from central Texas northward into southern Wisconsin, and then it goes east into the Ohio Valley. There is a marginal risk means that most storms will not be producing severe weather. However, an isolated incident of severe weather is possible, including, for EAS fans, that means you do have a low chance you might get a couple of alerts. Now, in the slight risk area, that's a generalized, it's more generalized risk area, more of a potential for a few organized severe storm cells. And then the enhanced risk right here, this is where obviously going to be the most organized activity. So you're probably going to be wondering, what kind of storm mode are we looking at? And that is a very good question. Okay, so and there's your probabilities. Forgot to show you that. But okay, so I'm going to show you some animation, or not really some animations, some weather maps here in just a few minutes. I'll show you the setup. But what we're looking at is what I call a low cape, high shear event. So we're at this time of the year that the cape doesn't really matter as much. Cape is really, you really need a lot of cape, like in the spring and summer times especially, to get storms really going. But at this time of the year, cape is just something that's not quite as necessary. I mean, you need cape to get storms going, but it's not quite as big of a deal if you don't have much cape. So we don't have a lot of cape to deal with. So that means there's not going to be storms absolutely everywhere. We're not going to be seeing, this is not going to be a widespread thunderstorm event. Even though you have this large risk area, you're still not looking at a huge, widespread thunderstorms developing over the entire area. What we're actually looking at is a few thunderstorms to develop in an area of heavy showers. And due to the wind profile is going to be really high, the shear is going to be through the roof, it's going to bring those strong winds to the surface. So we're already going to be having strong winds coming around without the thunderstorms. But when these storms do develop, there's going to be due to that strong wind field, these storms could easily produce damaging winds. And so that's what our primary severe weather threat is going to be, is damaging winds, especially along the cold front that I'm going to show you. Along the cold frontal boundary, we're going to be looking at a squall line to develop, and that's going to be the focus for a damaging wind event. So, okay, so that's what I wanted to show you for now. Now let me switch the camera back around. Okay, let me check my chat. Oh, shoot, wrong window. There we go. Hello there, Brandon. Brandon Key P333. Hello there. Thank you for joining in this live stream. Let me check my Facebook. We got John Gardner. Okay, never mind. It'll be clear tonight. I just got asked what the weather's gonna be like tonight, so okay. And all right. So, like I said, if you have any topics you want me to discuss tonight, please let me know. We still only have like 3 viewers, so yeah, this is kind of sad. Definitely was not what I was expecting, but okay. So I'm going to pull up a few forecast maps from NOAA, and we'll take a look at this big ass storm system. So let's go to screen share again, and we'll click on here, and I'll bring the attention to this. Okay, so we're going to go to our short range forecasts, starting off 12 hours. So in 12 hours, here is the low pressure area. It's right here. It's not terribly strong, but it has some strength to it already. 1,000 millibars, that's equivalent to a tropical like a tropical storm. Snow, let's see here. So as you can see, snow will be ongoing in this area, according to this map, with the chance of rain starting to spread into Colorado and Nebraska. There's a dry, no, hold on. Which one? I believe this is, yeah, this is the dry line. Okay. There's a cold front right here. Also, this cold front is associated with another area of low pressure here in Canada. So there's that cold front that's going to provide the energy that we need for significant weather across the area. So that's in 12 hours. Now you go to 24 hours. And as you can see, a lot happens between 12 and 24 hours. First off, the low pressure strengthens from 1,000 millibars to 992 millibars. So now we're looking at a extratropical cyclone with an equivalent strength as a strong tropical storm to potentially a minimum Category 1 hurricane. And we have heavy snow occurring in this area behind this cold front. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, there's the cold front. There's a stationary front here. Oh, okay, there's another cold front there. So behind the cold front, where the cold air is obviously being wrapped around, heavy snow is going to be occurring in this area. With the mixture, likely more closer to the stationary front, then you go ahead of all this. This is where the rain and everything begins to overspread the area. Severe weather is expected to start to break out in all of this green area as this cold front, which is right here, begins to approach. And the high winds are obviously going to be, the winds are going to be ramping up in this area where the gradient lines are nice and tight. This is over Kansas and Nebraska. All right, so I'm going to go back, go out to 36 hours. In 36 hours, let me see here. So in 36 hours, the low pressure deepens to 988 millibars, so it's getting stronger yet. The cold front has cleared the Great Plains, and the weather begins to clear up, although cold air is going to be overspreading this area. So it's going to be nice and cold after this thing moves out. You'll know when this low pressure moves out because it'll be pretty darn cold after this cold front. So this cold front, which is huge, look at this, goes from Illinois all the way down to Mexico. It's a huge frontal boundary, and it's going to be bringing its precipitation with it. So we're looking at some snow, looks like some rain snow mixed in this area, and then obviously widespread rain and thunderstorms into Illinois and Wisconsin, basically the mid-Mississippi Valley. So by the time the cold front reaches here, we're expecting that a long line of storms called a squall line will be developed from like here all the way down, be kind of following the cold front. And that is going to be our main source of severe weather. We'll be right along that cold front. And out to 48 hours. So by then, the precipitation is pushed into the mid-Atlantic. And take a look at how strong this thing is. 985 millibars over Wisconsin. Very, very strong cyclone. And you can just take a look at these gradient lines. They're really, really tight. So the winds are going to be nice and high over this area. And so those are all the maps I got for you. And then, hold on. 2 viewers. Goodness gracious. Come on. All right. So wanted to show you that. All right, fellas. What you guys looking at? I mean, got anything you want me to talk about? Man, if only there was more viewers. Goodness. Okay, let me look. All right, guys, come on, let's start a discussion. What do you guys want to hear? Jacob Smith is calling. Let's let him join.
Oh?
Hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing.
All right, I'm gonna share the screen real quick.
Okay.
If I can find the button for it. There it is. Okay, screen share. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jacob Smith. What's up?
Hey, I have a question.
All right.
What kind of hazards can I expect from my area?
What kind of what?
What kind of hazards can I expect for tomorrow?
What kind of hazards should you be expecting? You will be getting some heavy rain, possibly some thunderstorms, and strong winds. You'll definitely be getting strong winds, for sure.
Yeah, I'm under a wind advisory.
Yep, same here. I kind of expected a high wind watch, to be honest, but did not happen.
All right.
In terms of alerts, I mean, you're south of the risk area, so you're probably not going to get much severe weather alerts, but you never know. You are in the marginal, I believe.
Yep.
So, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
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 All right. I want to go.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that was Jacob Smith, and now, ooh, it turned back to me. Yay me. We're down to 1 viewer. Are you kidding me? Oh, goodness. One viewer. This is sad, folks. This is really sad. Anyways, where is everybody? Like, this is just weird. Usually, like, I'm just like getting flooded with people on here and questions, and it's not happening. This is sad. Well, thanks, Jacob, for the questions. So, okay, what else can I talk about? Let's go to Twister data. Twister data always has some interesting stuff to show. So let's take a look at some of the computer models, what they're saying. We're not gonna like go too in depth. That shows data from the rapid refresh model, the NAM, and the GFS. So we'll take a look at that next. Might as well. So share twister data. Okay. So twisterdata.com is a good resource if you want to get some, not all, but some model output, mostly focusing on the NAM and the GFS. So we're going to look at we'll look at the NAM first. The latest NAM. This is the 18 Zulu run, which 18 Zulu, our time, since we're in standard time, I think that might be noon. It's either noon or 1 o'clock Central Time. Don't exactly remember, but okay. So here is the NAM, and we're going to go to, let's start with our wind and height. We're going to go surface wind, isotax. What this is you're going to be looking at the sustained surface wind gust that is predicted by the NAM for the next, for the coming forecast period. And the NAM shows data up to the 84 hours out. So this is the current image from this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Shows you the gradient lines where your low pressure is. As you can see, there's nothing serious going on yet. This low pressure has not yet deepened. It's like it hasn't entered its period of rapid deepening. The winds aren't too bad. So let's go out to the 6th hour. Still not much happening yet. We got a little bit of wind down here, but there's no, well, here's your low pressure. It's right here. This is where it's at. It's over Colorado, and it's only 1,004 millibars according to the NAM. That's out to 6 hours. We're going to go to 12 hours now. Things are starting to get a little interesting. Still not a terribly strong low pressure area, 1,004 millibars, so a little bit stronger. A little bit of wind going on. We got sustained winds, a few pockets of sustained winds of around 20 miles per hour in Colorado, Nebraska. So you can tell things, and over here, I just wanted to mention out here, there is Tropical Storm Kate right over here. Anyways, now we're going out to 18 hours. This is by 7 a.m. Wednesday. As you can see, the low pressure is much more well-defined, 1,000 millibars. The winds are starting to kick up pretty good in Colorado. And then we go to 24 hours. Oops, wrong one. 24 hours. As you can see now, the low pressure has quickly strengthened, 996 millibars. It's now very, very windy over the Great Plains region. So we're looking at sustained winds of at least 25, 30 miles per hour, which this does appear to be a bit low compared to the forecast right now. And when you're looking at forecast models, you don't want to just kind of pertain to one computer model, because you want to look at all of them so you can kind of get a consensus of what might happen. One viewer still, god dang it. Anyways, and then as you can see, you just keep going, and low pressure is moving off to the northeast. Now the center of it is near the Iowa-Nebraska border. It keeps going and going, and the winds are being brought with it into, now into Illinois. This is 30 hours from now. We'll go a little farther. By now, it's deep into, looks like 992 millibars. No, even lower than that. We got an isobar right here that's lower than that. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one again. There you go. And then we'll go out to 48 hours. Okay, so here's another parameter I'm going to look at you. This is the simulated future radar. Now, I don't look at this to give you look at exactly what's going to happen, but when you're looking at it in terms of severe weather, it can show you what kind of storms you're going to be looking at. So this is the future simulated radar. Let's go ahead and jump to 24 hours. In 24 hours, it looks like we're going to have widespread precipitation across Nebraska, Iowa, or no, yeah, western Iowa. So this region. 24 hours from the 18 Zulu run. So this is by tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon. Some of this is probably going to be snow. Most of it rain. Some of it snow in the colder part of the system. Then let's go to 30 hours. As you can see, the precipitation becomes very heavy. So we're looking at widespread heavy rainfall across Iowa into the mid-Mississippi Valley. What I wanted to show you is, as you can see, it doesn't look very well defined, but it looks like we got a couple lines right here. This is following that cold front, like I've been saying, and this is where we're going to be looking at the swath of damaging winds. So it'll be in this area right here, one of these arms of precipitation. Let's keep going. So there you definitely go. Another line of convection going all the way down into Texas. So this is kind of an idea of what you can expect with this big storm system. So, okay. And we'll go to 24-hour accumulated rainfall. Heaviest rain is going to be up north into Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, where this NAM, this run of the NAM is advertising generally 1 to 2 inches of rain in this area with lighter amounts. Okay, now I'll compare this. Now let's compare the 18 Zulu run of the NAM compared with 18 Zulu run of the GFS. As you can see, they're pretty close. This is out to hour 42. They're pretty close. So we can be safe to say that this area is going to get 1 to 2 inches of rainfall tomorrow. Okay. Let's see. Instability, predicted CAPE values. We'll take a look. As you can see, well, let me go back. As you see, the CAPE is very shallow. I mean, this is hardly anything at all. Hardly any CAPE available. So this is what I'm saying, where it's going to be a low CAPE, high shear event. So you don't need a whole lot of CAPE to get things going, especially with an environment like this. And honestly, this kind of low pressure reminds me of the low pressure that produced the November 17th outbreak. Okay. Ooh, 3 viewers. Woo! Yes, we got some viewers. Anyways, let me check my chat real quick. I'll turn the camera back towards me and take a look at any questions you may have. Hello there, weather 162.550 megahertz. Thank you for joining in. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now I've been rambling for a while. So what do you guys want me to talk about? Is there anything else you want to hear? Want to keep this live stream going because we have not been live for very long at all. Let's see, how long now? Oh, it doesn't tell me, does it? Let's just say it hasn't been a long time. Oh wait, no, it does tell me. No, it doesn't. Yeah, we've been live for a little over a half hour now. So, oh, it's not going well. Not sure. Everyone must be snoozing or something. I mean, I even posted on my main Facebook page, and we're still not really getting viewers. So my new hair, is that one? Yeah, I do have a new hairstyle, as you can tell. I think it looks good, but okay. So, honestly, fellas, if we don't get many more viewers here in the next few minutes, we're probably going to end it because we're just not getting the participation this time like we have in the past. So I'm not sure what's going on tonight, but maybe people are just busy. I don't know. So there's just not a lot going on right now, unfortunately. Well, to kind of kill some time and maybe get some viewers, let's tune in to like No Weather Radio. Which one shall we listen to? All right, hold on. Okay. So here's my Midland HH54VP, and let's see if we can catch the broadcast cycle here.
Per hour, or gusts between 45 and 57 miles per hour are likely. Winds this strong can cause minor property damage, and less precautions are taken. Driving may be difficult, especially in high-profile vehicles. Motorists should be alert and use caution. The following is a wind advisory from the National Weather Service, which includes the following counties in Illinois: Marshall, McLean, and Woodford. The National Weather Service in Lincoln has issued a wind advisory, which is in effect from 6 p.m. Wednesday to 6 p.m. Thursday. Timing: Wednesday evening through Thursday afternoon winds, south to southwest.
So we're playing the wind advisory right now. Weather 162.550 asked me, in percents, can you tell me the tornado risk for southwestern Illinois? Well, in percent, if you want me to use SPC terms, I would probably say that by the time we get to the day one outlook tomorrow, there's probably going to be a 5% tornado risk in southwestern Illinois. That would be my, if you were talking SPC probability tables, expect a 5% risk area for southwest Illinois. That's my expectation because southwestern, trying to catch my words. It's, like I said, it's mainly going to be damaging winds because of the squall line. However, there is potential for long-tracked supercell thunderstorms to be coming through the area as well. Actually, there was an image I was going to share with you guys. I don't know if I can find it, but a few supercells are possible, especially with a high shear environment. Any of those discrete storm cells, if the storm cells can separate themselves from the main line, could potentially produce a tornado because the shear is going to be very high. So tornadoes could, if there's any discrete storms, I can honestly believe that those tornadoes could spin up fairly easily. But again, damaging winds is the main thing. And hail, considering how weak the instability is, I think hail is going to be pretty much non-existent tomorrow. Not saying it's not couldn't happen, but probably not going to happen. But that's your question. That's your response there. So 5% tornado probabilities, if you were to ask me. 4 viewers, that is the most we've had at once all night. Oh my gosh. I spoke too soon. Now we're down to 3. Okay. All right. I got some spaghetti ready for me upstairs, but I'm going to wait a little longer and see if we can get some more people. Who just called me? John Gardner called me, and I missed his call. Got tagged in something. Oh! I guess I could show you something that's a little off topic. I have a new phone. This here is the LG G4. Doesn't have a case yet, but I have a screen protector on it. Best phone ever. Let me tell you that much. I loved the G2 I had, but this thing just blows it out of the water. If you're wanting a new smartphone, get one of these. Either any G phone from LG, get it. It is fantastic, and it will not disappoint, I tell you. 5 viewers. Whoa! Oh, 4. Okay. How about the percent of damaging winds in southwestern Illinois' SPC terms? The current risk area you're looking at right now, the enhanced, where you got 30% probabilities, is probably going to be your damaging wind potential. You're going to be looking at 30% probabilities for damaging winds. Hail is probably going to be along with tornado. It's probably going to be 5%. which is very low. They may not even include a 5% tomorrow. It may actually be that low. I just don't foresee much hail happening, especially with how low the instability is going to be. Hope that answers your question. One moment. No reason to open that. All right. So this one's from Matt. Thank you for joining. So he says, so how about Chicago? Both NAM models have a plume of MU Cape over northern Illinois as the round of storms races ahead of the cold front. Also, moisture is returning faster than expected, I believe. So yeah, for the Chicago area, that's very interesting. Thank you for asking. Let me pan the screen back over to the SVC Outlook. I know we're going to take a look at it again. Okay. So this is like I said, the day 2 outlook. Chicago is in the marginal risk area, right there. I would say, yes, you are right. There is going to be a shallow plume of Cape, and it's probably going to advect northward farther than what is probably expected. So Chicago is going to be in the same boat as my area, which I live just to the northeast of this enhanced line. Let me turn on the counties. I'm right there. Right there. So I think Chicago does have a chance of seeing severe weather also. For sure, you're going to be getting some rain, heavy showers, strong winds, strong thunderstorms for sure. Just it's just a little bit more uncertain to will these storms hold together. Like if there's any severe storms, will they actually hold together as they come through Chicago? That is the question. But I definitely think you do have a chance of seeing some damaging wind gusts. The tornado threat is probably lower for Chicago because by the time these storms get going here in the Ozarks and the mid-Mississippi Valley, which again, they'll probably end up being multicellular, those will be the tornado-producing storms if anything happens tomorrow tornado-wise. By the time it gets to Chicago, it should have merged, or it should have, what's the word? Should have matured, I guess you could say, into a line. So I would definitely say damaging winds are possible in the Chicago area tomorrow. And of course, the entire area is going to be experiencing strong winds even after this cold front passes through. Okay, is there going to be a big threat of flooding in southwest Illinois? Asked by the weather 162.550. The flooding threat is low, very, very low, even for the areas getting 1 to 2 inches rain. Their flood threat's pretty low also. The reason that it's low is because this is going to be a strong and quick moving cold front coming through the area, so it's going to be pushing the precipitation quickly. So even if we get this torrential downpour from a storm, it's not going to stay over any given area for that long. So the flood threat is very low. I would actually not, the most you're going to be seeing, if anything, is going to be, the usual ponding of water on low-lying roads, something like that. That's the most you're going to be seeing. Otherwise, the flood threat's pretty much low. Yeah, it's about right. The QLCS stuff. Yep, pretty much. Some fun stuff. 3 viewers. Going relatively soon. The streams, I mean, yes, we do have a few viewers, but not as many as I had hoped. So we'll probably end the stream early. And plus, I got dinner upstairs, and I am starving. So let's see. I'm gonna see if there's anything else we can look at here. Yeah. Let's take a look at the current radar, national radar, see if we got anything happening yet. high res. Excuse me. All right, screen share. We'll go to here. So we're going to look at the national radar. So this is as you can see across the country. Very well. Nope, just kidding. There's quite a bit of a heavy precipitation off in the New England area. But farther west, where the main focus of that is, as you can see, it has not done much other than maybe some mountain snow. This is all that's happening so far. So lots of anticipation. Let's just say that. I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. I have not had an alert or anything along those lines since September. September was the last alert I've gotten on my radio, so it's been about 2 months. This is definitely going to be very exciting. All right, so switching back to my camera. Okay. Yes, there is a tropical storm somewhat near Florida. However, that tropical storm Kate is curving out to sea. No worries about it. Yeah, we all wish like that thing would wish it could connect. I mean, I think there's gonna be plenty of supercells, honestly, but this far into Illinois, probably not. I don't think we're gonna have much multicellular storms, but it's gonna be very interesting nonetheless with all this shear happening and the Kate values being so low, because if this was happening in the summer, I mean, we probably won't even bother really. But most of the computer models don't even suggest, well, all the computer models are saying less than 1,000 joules of Kate. Some even show like hardly any. Ooh, we're up to 7 viewers. Ooh, we're going fire, kind of. Okay. All right. What is the timing of storms in the southwestern Illinois? I haven't had an alert since August. Okay. So the timing wise for Illinois, we'll be starting off in the west, of course, for the AM on after, but that's central Illinois. In your area, you'll be looking at possibly an earlier start. I'm thinking you'll be seeing storms start to affect the area mid-afternoon, so 2 or 3 o'clock. That would be the time I would start looking for weather to affect the southwestern part of Illinois. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Let me make sure I haven't gotten any phone calls. I should really put my phone on sound. No, I haven't got any phone calls out. Okay. So let's see what else we got on here. Also expect, even though the computer models right now are showing strong winds, expect that the winds end up being higher. I just think the wind that's currently forecast in the computer models, because of how tight that pressure difference is. I mean, we looked at those images earlier and the gradient lines were compact together. It reminded me a lot of November 17th. I mean, this low pressure system in terms of track and intensity is very similar to that low pressure that caused the November 17th event. Very similar, except there's just not that fuel. There's not all that warm, moist air, that instability that we saw on that day. If we had a lot more instability, this could definitely end up being something really serious. Let's see what else. Nightmare in July. Yeah, June 27th. June 22nd was pretty scary. We had that big Coal City Diamond tornado that hit to my north by about, Coal City's about maybe 20 minutes. No. Half hour north. I believe that was June 22nd. But yeah, we had a lot of really high anticipated events, and it just didn't happen. Always hate that. And then we can't forget August 18th, because that was when my area, where it was a low-end slight risk day, and my area happened to go under a tornado warning. That was a pretty interesting storm chase that day. We had 2 tornadoes touch down on Livingston County that day. That was some crazy stuff. Yep. You just mentioned that. Yeah, April 9th was, oh yeah, whew. That was a crazy day. I remember the April 9th event where the 45% risk area the day before like stretched like across the entire Midwest. That was pretty crazy. There's not a whole lot more to talk about this severe weather event. Sorry that the discussions haven't been as active as they have been in the past for me. Usually I have a lot more viewers than this, but we're probably not going to be talking a whole lot more here. There's just not a whole lot more to talk about unless you guys have some topics you want me to discuss that I can talk about before I leave. Otherwise, I'm probably going to end this. What are all the severe weather threats that are forecast in the LSX area? Okay, well, as I've been saying, damaging winds, you'll be looking at the potential for sporadic, maybe even widespread damaging winds. I might be a little bit hyped if I say widespread, but I'd say definitely at least sporadic. Sporadic damaging winds and a few tornadoes for the LSX area. So be advised on that one, especially early on the event when it's less of a linear mode, looking at more of a multicellular mode. 8 viewers. That's when your greatest tornado potential will be. And it won't be a widespread tornado thing either. It'll be pretty isolated for the most part. Shout out to Skylander 101. Matt says 2016 will be the year of the wedge. I promise. Just plan on going down to Dixie Alley for the first half of the year. Yeah, we can hope 2016 is good. I mean, 2015 wasn't bad, but yeah, it definitely could have been more active than what it was. Ooh, I am hungry, I tell you. I am hungry. Anyways. Anything else we got here? Arms 2045. What might happen in Miami, Florida? In terms of what? What are you referring to? If you're referring to this storm that I've been talking about, you are going to be free of any impacts. But otherwise, you could be impacted by maybe another type of storm system. But this particular one, Florida is not expected to see impacts from it at this time. So if you're expecting anything big, I'm sorry to burst your bubble there, but okay. Yeah, on the April 9th event, after it happened, I went up to Rochelle with my friend a couple weeks later and helped clean up tornado debris. Now, that was exciting stuff. And then we went around and took some pictures of the damage, and that was truly that was one big tornado. Almost an EF5. So close. It was 1 mile per hour off. Crazy stuff. Let's see what else I got. Hello, it's me, also. Oh boy. Here's a shout out to Storm Chaser 668, who's come here to wreck my live stream as usual. Thanks, buddy. Anyways. Oh boy. Yes, you are late, and apparently a lot of people are, because I've hardly had viewers tonight, which is very unfortunate. I hope Mom didn't put the spaghetti away. Austin, you're lucky you showed up, because I was about ready to hit the stop broadcast button. But you know, the party's just getting started because you're finally here. Anyways. Yeah, I agree with you. It definitely was an EF5. I mean, there were some structures that you could see were just blown off the foundation, swept clean. I mean, classic EF5 right there. I'm not sure why they didn't classify it that. You know, it's crazy stuff, but. Yesterday, they issued an aerial flood advisory in Melbourne, Florida. Ooh. Political influence? Interesting. I wouldn't be surprised in the world we live in today. Everything's just controlled by politics nowadays. But this isn't a political discussion, so. I just put my radio back up here. Oh, I gotta pop my back. I might live stream again tomorrow, maybe. Just depends on how active the weather gets around here. But I might have a really live stream and actually show you what's happening as things happen. But that remains to be determined. Yeah, that's right. And it was only rated EF3 for some reason. High-end EF3. It's crazy stuff. Let's see, we're up to 8 viewers. All right, not bad, not bad. Well, there's not a whole lot more to talk about, honestly. If you have any more topics, go ahead and comment. I'll talk about anything related to this topic, but if there's nothing more you want me to cover, I'll go ahead and end this, and we'll go from there. So. Well, it's good that you found your WR100. My WR100 is in my closet, and it does not work anymore. So it's been long gone, though. You got a wind advisory. Well, that's nice. Wait. Oh, St. Louis must have just issued it, didn't they? Hold on. Let me take a look. You sure about that one? Yep, there it is. All right, the National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a wind advisory in effect from noon Wednesday to 6 a.m. Thursday. Winds will become strong Wednesday afternoon, remain strong and gusty until early Thursday. Winds, southwest 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 50. Winds so strong can make driving difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. These winds can also lift and move trash cans, lawn furniture, and other loose objects. Minor tree damage and building damage is also possible. Congratulations! Now you are now under a wind advisory. So am I. It's gonna be fun. It was bad for the general area. People might not want to live there. Just some vague guessing. Coal City. Yeah, the Coal City tornado really was violent. It was horrible. Do I have a weather station? Yes, I do have a weather station. I have two. One's a La Crosse weather station, professional weather station that has been at my house for over a decade now. It's nice and old. Works very nicely. Then I have this other one called the Brookstone Wireless Weather Forecaster. That one's I like it because it has changing colors on it, and I had a color changing weather station that doesn't work anymore, but that's the whole reason why I got it. So yeah, those are my two weather stations I have. They're upstairs though. And then plus I have weather radios all around my room. I have 5 that are working. Then I have 2 more up there that don't work. 7 o'clock. All right. Cool. All right. Well, there's nothing much more to talk about, and I'm really hungry, and this live stream didn't really kick off like I hoped. So we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Stay tuned to my Facebook page. Like Central Illinois Storm Ready for more updates in Illinois at least, and then stay tuned to my YouTube for more stuff. Thanks for watching. Peace. Wait. Okay, just making sure. Peace out. Oh, wait. Nope. Got a comment. Last 20. Dang it. Okay. See you guys.